Greetings, everybody, and welcome to SpookADay number 2928. How's it going this evening? Hopefully it's going well for you today. And tonight we are going to be checking out the Haunted PS1 Demo Disc 2020. Alright. So, a bit of an unusual one. Greetings, Fit. How's it going? And let me fill you in a little bit here on this if you're not familiar with it. So, the Haunted PS1 Demo Disc 2020 is not one game. Rather, it is 17 different games. And they're all demos. They're all demos for games. It was like one of those game jam projects, if you're ever familiar with that. It's available on itch.io. It's free. And the demos themselves range from between 4 or 5 minutes to 30 to 40 minutes for some of the longer ones. Some of these games have been developed into full games. 3 of them. 4 of them, actually. 4 of them have been developed into full games. So it's an opportunity to check some of those games out and see if we like them. I might play the full versions in future SpookADays. Going good. Got a 2-hour axe now for chopping. Nice. Yeah, it's an opportunity to check out some games, and also, you know, it's just a fun little project that I thought might be interesting. I've never really done one of these before. And we can, you know, just have a little good time with it. Play some of the demos. I've had some success with demos in the past, and I thought this might be fun. Oh, I thought it was an axe that lasted 2 hours. Or a big axe, I see. I don't know how long this game takes to complete or anything. I mean, it depends on how long each of the demos takes. I've seen playthroughs of it range from an hour and a half up to 3 hours or so. But I've not seen a playthrough, I think, with all of the demos included. So, I'm not sure. We'll see. I don't know if I'll play all the demos or just some of them. We'll see. Yeah. We'll just see how it goes here. See if we like it or not. One thing to mention with this, I was reading the comments on the itch.io page. I think some of these demos, because they were so hastily put together and it's not really been updated in some time, some of them do have bugs. So we'll just have to be aware of that. I'm not sure if all of them are completable or not. I don't know. But we'll check it out anyway. Haunted PS1 Demo Disc.exe. Huh, that's a cool little logo. Okay. So, from what I could tell, settings are non-existent here. Yeah, settings are non-existent. So, I'm going to turn the volume down on my computer a bit, because it's a little bit high. Yeah, that's a bit more like it. So, here's what we got. I think it started on Effigy. We have Neko Yume. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, or Yumi. A Place Forbidden. Filthbreed. Until Biglight. Dead Heat. Sauna 2000. Erasure. An Ode to a Moon. Snowy Castle. Heartworm. Insomnio. Dread Delusion. Killer Bees, Tasty Ramen, Fatum Betula, Orange County, and then we're back to effigy again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Then we're back to 18 again, so 17. So like I say, I have no idea which ones to try. Nako Yumi. Why don't we just start with this? A place forbidden. I don't know. Credits follow. Play back. Description: the library of Ouroboros and its vast store of occult knowledge is finally within your reach. In the end, it was almost too easy to find. I'm hitting play on it, but it won't let me play. I don't... Credits. Oh, okay, it just takes a while to load, I guess. Now you get settings and things in here as you go. So I guess that acts like a launcher. I guess. Yeah, that acts like a launcher. Mouse sensitivity, camera bob, window mode, master volume, settings, credits, quit. Controls. Move was the look, mouse, interact, E, left mouse button, flashlight, F, crouch, control, pause, escape. Alright. Sure. The Library of Ouroboros. I'm finally here. It's almost anticlimactic to stand so easily within its walls after all these years of searching. If the rumors are true, the library contains knowledge beyond anything one might hope to find on Earth. Oh, aliens. Word of power, occult learnings enough to transcend death. It will be mine, all of it. I just need to know where to look. Books on philosophy, history, and a few stray encyclopedia not useful. A few volumes stand out on math and physics, but the rest are from more obscure wings of science. Interesting, but not what I'm looking for. This section contains mostly horror novels. How droll. A transcript. I've been having these nightmares, Doctor. I'm alone. But I don't feel alone. Not like I should. Rather, there's no one with me. That's not to say there's nothing around. It's difficult to explain, but it is an uncomfortable feeling. Something drones low in the background all the while. I can hear snatches of whispers, but only just barely. Like something is conversing with me, just out of my range of hearing. Just as something is watching, just out of my sight range. Everything's too still. It's wrong. I don't remember how I got there, and I can't figure out how to leave. Everything is all hallways upon hallways, shelves of books that look like they've never been opened. Almost all of them are still, and yet I get a feeling, like I mustn't open any of them, whatever I do. There's a pull towards them, of course, the sense that I will learn more than I could ever hope to on Earth. But there's a danger, a vague, creeping danger, the feeling that something is very, very interested in every move I make. Who or what it might be, I don't know. I don't know if it wants to bring me in, or if it wants me to leave. How does it end? Well, as I mentioned, there's no real way to escape. Every place I go leads to more rooms. But eventually, after a time, I don't really hear them, so as much as feel them. Look no further, look no further, look no further. And then I wake, every time I feel further from this world. To be honest, Doctor, I hope it's all in my imagination. I hope I'm afflicted with some kind of mania. Because a place like that can't exist, shouldn't exist, and if it does, then I can only hope that no one else would be so as unfortunate as to visit it. Oops. You don't want my big face. There we go. Biographies. I've heard none of these people. Almanacs. Useless. Oh, I hear a clock, I think. Telephone. There's obviously the entrance here. What is that? Some dropped rag or something? Locked. Damn. That's a pretzel. Why would I leave? I've only just arrived. Yep, there's the clock right there. Almanac's useless. A partial history of the library. The library of Ouroboros wasn't so much built as it simply came to be. That much we've been able to glean from the early murky tales about certain endless structure rich in occult knowledge. The first tale was penned by an unnamed Gaelic mystic who compiled a variety of accounts from travelers complaining of strange dreams. Many of these travelers' accounts of the place were the same: endless hallways of strange materials, magic devices that seemed to give off light or sounds without any visible source. But rarely were there many tangible details aside from these characteristics and the font of knowledge ringing the walls of the place. This, of course, changed in approximately 1670, when the mystic was visited by a lone woman. She was reportedly wild-eyed, half-mad, and complaining of dreams much the same as her fellows. But she claimed that these dreams became reality briefly, and that she at one point even visited that bleak place. She claimed to run into a dark, amorphous figure with a score of glowing red eyes. This figure apparently spoke to her, promising her black knowledge should she only pledge herself to it. Though the mystic asked how this woman escaped such a place, the woman gave him no explanation. In fact, she spoke no further, withdrawing from the mystic's hut to begin her traveling anew. She was never seen or heard from again. This testimony is hardly a concrete example of the library's existence, but it certainly makes one wonder. If tales like this could exist from the earliest days of modern man, what other truths could lie buried deep in the past should one be willing to tunnel through the cobwebs of years to reach the ancient tales hidden beneath? There are more books here, too. The Minister's Doom, Act 3, Scene 2. Bernice enters, followed closely by the librarian. Bernice is breathless, looking both exasperated and slightly excited. The librarian's expression is unreadable, as per usual. Bernice: but my husband will find out about us. He won't stay out forever. Librarian: I wouldn't be so sure, my dear, but we shall retire to the living room if we are to speak of such unpleasantries as your husband. Bernice's face breaks suddenly into a grin. She grabs the librarian's hand, taking him onto the couch beside her. Ooh, my. Bernice: fine then, if you're to stay, I want to hear some of those secrets you keep talking about. You can't play me for the fool forever. Librarian: I would never claim to do such a thing, my dear. Would you care to hear about how I could stop a human heart but with a word? Goodness, that sounds dangerous. It most certainly is. I wish to hear it. Then of course you shall. He leans close to Bernice, who closes her eyes as if expecting a kiss, but the librarian leans past her, whispering something in her ear. Bernice's eyes open wide. She gives a single jerk, a strangled groan, and then goes limp, sliding off the couch. Too curious for her own good. Jeez. He stands, reaching in one of his pockets to withdraw a single black case containing Bernice's wedding ring. Taking a cursory look around the living room, the librarian eventually focuses on a single point on the opposite side. The librarian crosses the floor, leaves his item, and turns to leave. As he does, the scene darkens, leaving only a single spotlight to illuminate the stage. It is fixed on a small black case, which the librarian has decided to leave sitting atop the minister's writing desk. On the Founder, they came to the domain, a blank canvas in the cosmos, from places unknown and old as time. They have existed longer than man, longer than the sentient stones of Ur, longer than the cosmic forces that run through all the things. They have always been. They saw the ruin that coursed through the universe, the constant in and out flux of entropy. And with entropy went the items of worth, and that was worth that they sought to salvage. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Not things, ideas, thoughts, power, intangible. Through the years they reached, for their powers were immense. Through the eons they snatched up secrets, dark and light, but it wasn't long before it all became too much. Even for those ancient, the remaining pages have been torn out of this book. In their place is a single piece of lined paper with an untidy scroll standing upon it in red ink. The key to go further could have been deciphered from the last word in each of these books, but I tore them out. It wouldn't let anyone else go any deeper. Sorry, but trust me, it's better this way. As you close the book, you make out a single word, scratch, not written, into the inner cover. Your predecessor must have missed it, or else it was made after the note was placed. Telephone. What am I doing with the telephone? Welcome message from all our staff. Welcome. We're glad you're here. As we're sure you're aware, the Library of Ouroboros is located in a picturesque part of Britain, atop a grassy knoll east of Sussex. Many rural townships, obviously bereft of their own libraries, refer their villagers to the library. It is beloved by all. We hope you'll take your time perusing our vast stores of literature. Non-fiction, fiction, occult knowledge, cursed knowledge, words to melt the eyes of anyone who reads them, psalms of murder and otherwise. You'll certainly have time enough, Bernard. You'll certainly have time enough. Ah, oops. Ah, a key. Picked up a copper key. That book mentioned my name. A coincidence, nothing more. Oh, yeah, surely a coincidence. Besides, it was mistaken. The library wasn't in England. I found it in the German city of Olberg, sequestered away behind an ancient church. Such a small, unassuming front, as if by looking so plain it might hide from the rest of the world. Okay, that's not nice. I hear something walking about. That makes me nervous. Very, very nervous. I don't want to be attacked here. Oh, good. We can close that. I think it is time we should leave. Oh, no. I'm getting nervous now. Can't read any of those books. There's hardly any books in here that I can actually read or interact with. There's a padlock on that, so I need a key for it. Am I going to be attacked here by a flailing arm monster from Cthulhu's lore? Oh boy. A frigid scene. There was no fog outside earlier. Locked as well, damn. You know, that's probably a good thing that that's locked. It's dark in there. I can't interact with any of these books. Oh, there's a note here. You're an avid reader, aren't you, Bernard? You can't read these books, but don't fret. They pave your road to new knowledge. If you're stuck, think of yourself like a cataloger or a librarian. That has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? The case towards the window seems as good a place as any to start. Was that like that before? So this padlock, it has a combination on it, doesn't it? 4, 1, 2, 3, 6. 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 6, 5, 3. 4, 6, 5, 3. Picked up brass key. Finally, Here's hoping that's the last of the locks. Oh, damn. Well, at least we have a flashlight. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. There's just a hole in the ground with a red light emanating from it, and I'm just supposed to think that's normal. What kind of libraries have you been to? I know they can be a little disconcerting because they're quiet, but there's absolutely nothing of use in those. What about in this? There's probably not going to be anything in here either. Oh man, I really wish I had a weapon to defend myself right about now. You know, any of the classics would do. A gun is always good, but if not a gun, at least a crowbar would be useful. Hammer, you know. Huh. Another one for this Fright Night SpookADay bingo card, you know. What is this? Oh, a screwdriver. I've never felt threatened by a chair before. That is a pretty threatening chair. Do we really want to be taking this off of here? Is this a really good idea? Why are we going down here? Huh. What is this? Picked up, you'll regret it. Something is wrong. Oh, you don't say. I need to leave now. Something is scratching its way into my head.
Your mind is small. Your mind is fragile. A tiny fissure here. A little force there. No more burnout.
It will never open again.
The shambling husk. Make you walk these halls forever. But we see your curiosity, your potential. We have something more in mind for you. We think you'll like it.
What is that? Thank you for visiting our library. Follow further development at Busted Keyboards. That was cool. A place forbidden. I guess that's the first demo. Pretty short, but pretty cool. Filthbreed, what is this? Filth comes crawling out of the cracks. Oh, this looks like a fun old time. Resolution high. Yeah, all this is fine. Unity. Oh boy. You know it's gonna be a good game when the title screen has a cockroach on it, and that's the main piece to it. You know that this is gonna be a classic here. A real throwback to, Yeah, I would like to read the tutorial, actually. Click to advance the slideshow narration. Use the arrow keys to move, use the mouse to look around. Once you find a firearm, scroll up on the mouse wheel to draw your gun and click to shoot. You can't interact with objects in your surroundings if you're ready to open fire. Lower your guard and holster your weapon by scrolling down. Oh, damn, I don't have a working scroll wheel. I might not be able to play this one. Click on objects to interact with them depending on the prompt shown at the bottom of the screen. Ammo is sparse and there's no health recovery, so don't go in guns blazing. Homeless shelters all across the state have reported a disappearance of several people in the past few months. Investigators are pointing to Michigan truck driver Louis Burton as the prime suspect. Having a well-documented track record of smuggling cocaine across the border, he too is nowhere to be found. His former partner has confirmed Burton's involvement in the case, but remains adamant that he is not absconding. According to his testimony, Burton had been recruited by a local cult and held captive in an unknown location. While these claims have yet to be verified, a transport truck matching that of the suspect has been located next to a warehouse in the outskirts of Detroit. Higher-ups remain skeptical, but you have been tasked to search the area for any evidence pertaining to the case. You turn back straight away and tell your superior you found nothing. Your quick return and short report raises some eyebrows in the office, but nobody was buying that cult nonsense anyway. You feel like an absolute coward and quit the force shortly later. The trail goes cold, and the case is eventually archived. Thank you for playing. You got Ending 1, Ultimate Wuss. Okay. I mean, I technically did beat it. Found an extra ammo magazine. Oh, but I don't have a gun, do I? Ugh. Yeah, there ain't no way I'm gonna have a scroll wheel working here. So that might kind of ruin my ability to play this one. Oh my! Hi, friend! What am I supposed to do about that? Okay. I don't think I can do anything about that because I don't have a working scroll wheel, unfortunately. Oh well. I guess we'll move on for now. Until Biglight. We'll try this one instead. I really need to get a working scroll wheel again. Made with Unity. It's the middle of the night and you've just been rudely awakened by your landlord demanding a extortionate amount of rent. You don't have the cheddar to cover it. So you've gone to the nearby neighborhood in search of odd jobs to scrounge up crumbs. Well, that's the way back into the borough. With how angry my landlord is, I don't think I want to confront him again without rent. The hefty mouse behind the bar looks you up and down, their paw rapidly spinning a bolt of cloth inside a thimble. Hi there, haven't seen you around here before. Surely you didn't just wander in from the trail. I live around here, yeah? You just move in? I don't get out much. Fair enough. Not a whole lot to do out here anyway. There's something you need? Got any crumbs? Ah, just what I like to hear. Mouse motivated to work. So we're a mouse. I mean, assuming you were looking to work for these crumbs. What do you need done? Well, we have a bit of a roach problem in the cellar. They're quite huge. Would probably take a skilled swords mouse to fell one. So that rules you out. But I got something more your speed. A letter that needs to be delivered. Are you familiar with 9 Lives? What's that? Really? It's the biggest chain owned by fat cats. You've definitely seen one at some point. They're everywhere. At any rate, there's one just further down the path here. That's where you're going. Take this letter and give it to the cashier. You were given a mysterious letter. They'll be the ones to pay you. Don't listen to any pleas they come up with. They're a rampant liar. What they do? Nothing. Deliver the letter and don't open it. Trust me. Just hand that over and you'll get something nice in return. Let me know when it's taken care of. Stay safe out there. Barfly. Hey there. You're the new mouse around here, right? The one that does whisker deliveries. I've seen you out there now and then, doing deliveries just like me. Is that your side gig? Not quite. Oh, my friend, there's no shame in it, no. I'm a cog, just like you. I know your pain all too well. We're comrades out there. The everlasting chase for cheddar. It's so fruitless. I could use some help. What's up? I'm being evicted. No shit, me too. Let's be friends. We're already co-workers. I hate that, though. Whisker is terrible. Just another dumb fat cats initiative cooked up to follow Hume trends. Pays the bills. Not enough, apparently. Not like you have much of a choice anyway. Hardly any jobs out here, much less any hiring. Damned if you do, damn more if you don't. It's nice not having to work at one of those stupid shops like 9 Lives, but I don't know how good it really is. All I do day in, day out is sprint up and down the trail, handing richer mice food that they could afford for scraps of crumbs off the top. I don't have to stop unless I wanna, which is really good. But also, it's not like I have to go out there. No one is making me. No one cares about me out there. It's lonely. I miss camaraderie. I had a tumble the other week while I was running a delivery. Fell down a hillside. Steep. Really messed me up. Bounced off some rocks on the way down. Had a hard time walking, and the doc I saw told me it was going to cost a good hunk of cheddar to fix me up. I really didn't have much stowed away, because I'm barely making crumbs anyway, you know? You can't save on that pittance. Plus, after paying for the checkup, I could barely afford to eat. And now, I couldn't get going to make more money because my job relies on me being able to run all over the place. Real shit sandwich, let me tell you. I tried to reach out to Whisker to tell him, you know. I was working for you guys while this happened. You know, I pulled myself back up on the trail and hobbled all the way to the end of my delivery still. Maybe they'd help front some of the costs, make me feel like they valued my work, appreciated the due diligence, and finished an order after that. They told me I was the one responsible for me, so here I am. I got some crumbs for drinks, I slowly limp up and down the trail for a few more crumbs, for some more drinks, and I survive. Phew. I don't feel like talking much anymore. They lean lazily on the counter, obviously young, obviously extremely bored. They don't seem to notice your approach. You wave your paw a little at them and they come to. Oh, hi, are you buying something? That a few. They shift nervously, averting their gaze from yours. What do you mean? You hand the mysterious letter. Look, I don't have anywhere near enough crumbs. Sure, but first you, then who? What if they send someone actually threatening to my burrow? I mean, my parents' burrow, but... I mean, I live there too, just not with them, you know? Because they suck. Anyway, I don't think I can afford that. You gotta help me out. What's in it for me? I'm sure we'll figure something out. Look, my friend can take care of all of this, I promise. Or not, I really don't know. But they've been looking for someone. Helpful, apparently. I'm too gung-ho, whatever that means. Okay. Alright, so you're gonna head out of here, take a left. You should see a small path through the grass. That'll take you to a cliff. Knowing them, there should be an old mouse staring at nothing out there. They know everything there is to know about this place. They'll want to know what to do about the barkeep. And I know you've got a lot of questions about all this, so I'm sure they can clue you in on what a mess this place is. Here, this is a note explaining everything, just handing this over. You were given the hastily scrawled note. I'll close up early and meet you over there when I'm done. We'll talk more about what to do. This is exciting. If you say so, it is. Today might just be the red letter day we've been waiting for, if you decide to help my friend. Anyway, I gotta start getting stuff put away here. You get caught up. Good luck. Oh, there's the older mouse. Well, hello there, Squirt. What can I do for you? have a note for you. Oh, let me have a look. Oh, that poor youngling. I suppose you have a lot of questions, don't you? What's going on here? A farce of monumental proportions. Squirt. The felines have swindled us time and again. But what's happening now is by far the worst swindle they've ever wrought. The squabble between that child and the barkeep is nothing compared to what the cats have their paws in. The barkeep is only the beginning, I assure you. Do you understand how a system of control can easily wrap its mealy tail around a society of intelligent creatures? For the fat cats, it's a simple matter of disinformation, smokescreens, and silencing any squeaks of dissidence. A concerted effort set to establish complete and utter control of how we perceive reality itself. They've set their paws to creating a hyper-reality in which we find ourselves immersed. A world so doused in the muddy waters of the true and the untrue, the lines between them are inexorably blurred. Blurred. Until we can no longer see the water we swim in. After all, if you don't know what is or isn't real, how can you make any meaningful change or fight injustice? How do you ever know there's problems within the system to begin with? And those who dare go against the grain find themselves quickly swatted down by the iron paw of totalitarianism. There is a reason our last attempt to overthrow our feckless leaders is called the Final Rebellion. It's a statement of what reality will be as much of what was. We've lost our chance to turn the tide. What happened? Infiltration, undermining, turning us against one another, creating insurmountable walls between us. An external group to turn a hateful eye upon us stops one from focusing on the real internal issues, a dastardly plan to blind us with our own hatred. The barkeep was just such a mouse who fell, entranced by the siren song of the blame, a thought movement that placed all of the hardships of mousehood squarely on the shoulders of non-mice, excluding the felines, of course. Anger is far easier to harbor than love. The cats knew that and exploited it to their fullest. Tell me, when was the last time you saw a rat? There's a reason for that. As there is for all things, one that I'm sure you understand. Originally, the oak stood above all of the woods here, a guardian high above the tree line. The fat cats would have those they called lesser beings with cold calculation hang from its branches. The tree of growth, they called it. We shed the weight of their burden upon us as a society to achieve greater heights, or so they'd have you believe. The barkeep was the grim caretaker of this place, an ancient family home that they had themselves inherited. Eventually, the oak turned in time into an inn, but they couldn't keep it afloat after the issuance of cheddar. But with the advent of the den, no soul wished to venture this far, especially not for a fee. Desperate and low on cheddar, they turned the oak over to fat cats when they expressed a keen interest in the location. The rats weren't the only undesirables in the eyes of the felines. One group is rarely enough to bear the brunt of such ire for long. Quickly, the oak became a harbor for all sorts of enemies of the establishment. Any who earned their ire began to quietly disappear. For a while, the mice brought here would simply be adjusted. No one was ever quite the same when they came back. It wasn't until much later we realized that the bastards were making them infertile. That's why you have to stop them. Excuse me. You're an unknown entity here. I've seen you, skulking about, trying not to be noticed. You'd slip in and out of that burrow like a spirit in the night. Going unnoticed seems to be a skill you've honed well, and it's something that could benefit all of my mousekind tonight. Easily enough, you could slip in to the oak, scale it, and topple the feline patriarch that hides up top, silently lording over us. His gaze never falters from this place here. The cat in the tower controls it all, without raising a single paw. But they never see it coming. You're so meek, so modest in physical stature, after all. Face it, you're the perfect mouse for the job. They've taken so much from us. It's time we take it back. We can burn away the blight that has plagued this once great society. I just want to pay my rent. Ha! Rent, that's a good one. Who do you think owns all the land around here? The landlord? No, they're just a patsy. They shake you down for your cheddar, the go-between, for whenever things turn ugly. The barkeep's windfall from fat cats was more than enough to snatch up the land the felines had no interest in. Your rent won't ever be a worry again if we can take this first step towards a new tomorrow. Why not that kid? They're too loud, too boisterous, too emotionally charged. They couldn't hold themselves together long enough to make it past the security in that oak. Not like you. Fine, that's the spirit. First things first, we're going to need some leverage to get the keys to the Fortress of the Oak. It may not look like much, but it's nigh impregnable. I have an idea. Go back to the tin can bar. The barkeep always scurries off this time of no light to meet with their superiors. Behind the bar, on the far side from the entrance, you'll find a false bottom in the last drawer. There you'll find your bargaining chip. Bring it to me, and we can set in motion a new dawn for Mousekind. I'll head towards the bar shortly after you. I just need a few more moments first. After all, who knows how many more I have like this, where hope springs eternal in a mouse's chest. Best not to deny an old mouse, long in the whisker and brittle of bone, that much. Remain steadfast, Squirt. A note stuck to the door reads, "The Shoebox Apartments, opening soon. Located in the scenic outskirts, the Shoebox offers luxurious living for an affordable price. For only 5,600 cheddar a cycle, you too can enjoy a roomy 6 square inches in the hottest new craze. Microboroughs. Contact us during Biglight to fill out an application. Please note that applications cost half a cycle's rent. Applications do not guarantee placement within the complex. Fee is non-refundable." Alrighty, Fit. Oh, hey, yous. Long time no see. Did you see the barkeep? They just left. No. Oh, okay. You think they'd mind me snagging myself another drink from behind the bar? Well, you're back there. You decide to bring them up to speed on what you've learned about the Oak. You assume they won't remember much of this anyway. While unsure how much of a pour the barkeepers had in all of this, they are wont to believe you regarding the rest of the tale. You mention the bargaining piece, and the barfly's eyes light up. They rush to the other side of the bar, open the drawer, remove the false bottom, and set the object on the counter. The Lord of the Hundreds, a pungent odor fills your nostrils, a scent you've never before experienced. You feel your senses heightened. The barfly seems to sober up almost instantly. One of the few pieces of edible cheese left in this world. Anything else gets pounded into cheddar immediately by the cats. The barkeep's the only one I know of who still has a piece of contraband like this. They showed me it once when they were a little drunk. Guess it's some kind of family keepsake or something, poured down through generations of mice. Never really thought of much of it until now. I guess your story does check out. Felines wouldn't let something like this slip by them for so long without good reason. You ever wondered what cheese tasted like before we turned it into crumbs? Before we used it to trade material goods and labor? When it was just a simple pleasure we enjoyed with one another? Before subjugation? They trail off into silence, drifting into their thoughts. A strange impulse fills you, snout to tail, their words echo in your mind. Why was it taken from you and your kind? Surely there would be no harm in just, let's try some. Oh, really? Yeah, I guess you're already pissing them off, so might as well taste what our ancestors used to relish. Hope it's aged well. Here. You're given a piece of the Lord of the Hundreds. Eat it. As soon as it hits your tongue, you feel the room begin to shift. A strange sensation overtakes your form. Your corporeal body detaches from your spirit. A higher existence comes into focus here, within this moment. Your thoughts drift to currency. What use is it? In this stream of emotions, you feel peace. Your rent no longer looms overhead, demanding your subservience to a greater system that wishes not for your best interest, nor to care for you. The taste still lingers in your mouth, simply sublime. Eons of cheese-eating wash over you, the natural state of things, your heritage. Why have we let them take it? What is it blocking you out of the past? It certainly isn't a law of nature. There's more of us than them. We outnumber them 1,000,000 to 1. Why is that we have yet to converge, to take on the upper hand? Why have we been so scared? They shouldn't take from us any longer. They can't. Not today. Not anymore. They won't. Did you feel that? It's like something woke within me, and I don't think it's going back to sleep. You should take this and get out of here. You're given the Lord of the Hundreds. Take it. I think I need to go lay down. That was a lot. Good luck up there. I think you might be the only one who can change all of this. Mousekind deserves to be free. You fucking Mickey. I know what you stole from the bar. Who do you think you are? You're coming with me. You pissed off the wrong cat. Oh, damn. Thank you for playing the demo of Until Biglight. The application will now close. Huh. I'm a little confused about that one. Maybe there's multiple endings? I'm not sure. I would be interested to see about that. Is there multiple endings to this one? There's very little on it. Maybe I'll have to check out some videos of that. Yeah, I don't know. Dead Heat. Sauna 2000. Take a look at Dead Heat. Dames, lies, murder mystery, and zombies in the twilight years of the 21st century. Huh. Okay. Options. Speech volumes. Filter. Windowed. Full screen. Resolution 1920 by 1080. Language, original subtitles. Put those on. Relative filter. 2082. WASD. Tab is the badge menu. Return equals interaction. Escape is pause. Left control equals run. E equals cycle interactions. Right. Q is cycle interactions left. Information interrupt. Seduction interrupt. Bargaining interrupt. Intimidation interrupt. Empathy interrupt. Cycle focus left and right. Case leader. Oh, another case, huh? Hmm. This is strange. The controls for this are kind of unusual. And you walk so slow. Remember, if you find anything physical, check it over once you have it. You never know what you might find. Looks like one of those matched books from this time. Keepsake from his old life, maybe? It's time. Um... Uh... I think it's just bugged. Oh, no, okay. It's tab. Alright. Okay. Okay, the capture's gone for some reason. I'm having issues capturing this and even interacting with it. There we go. Get some blood. We don't have any blood. Memorandum. Severe penalties regarding misplacement of security passes. Note scribbled on the back. Give matchbook to Matt when the time comes. He'll know what the code is. Remind him the last two numbers are my real age. It's a mirror. A safe. Well, that's interesting. We don't have a code for it. What's the password? It's got a 4 on it. I'm not sure if the guy downstairs actually said what age he was. I wasn't really paying enough attention to know. I'm not sure I get this at all. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. And how slow you walk is... like, it's not me not pressing sprint. There isn't... Oh, there is a sprint key. Okay. I don't think I saw that before. Oh, well, that's something at least. It's one of these kind of fixed camera angle type things. It's control, which I would normally associate with, like, crouch. Rather than anything else, but... I mean, there you go. I'm not totally sure, though. I wasn't paying attention, so I don't think I can actually solve the save now. Yeah. Why are they a zombie? I haven't just noticed that. You know, I'm not gonna question it. I just... I just... I just pushed random buttons on the safe and unlocked it. What? What's this? Press enter to interact with evidence. I have no idea. Nothing's making sense. I want to be able to use this computer, this desk, but it's like I'm stuck in the evidence menu or something. I can't interact with this. I don't know what it is I'm supposed to be doing here. The controls are just all over the place. I think that might be a disc for the computer, but I can't figure out how to load it in to do anything with it. I don't even know what it is. There used to be a way that you could, like, view the files here. That's not working correctly anymore. I'm trying to load a preview of what this thing is, and it doesn't load. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just have to give this one up. I did say that some of them were buggy. This one feels like one of the more buggy ones. I don't get it. I'm at a total loss here. Unfortunately. So I'm gonna back out on this, I think. Why is this here? Yeah, let's try Sauna 2000. This looks like an interesting one. Sauna warming simulator. Feel Finland. Finland feels you. $1440 by 1080. That's an interesting. Interesting one. Chop wood. Carry water from lake to sauna. Warm the sauna.
Heti saunan lämmitykseen ennen kuin aurinko laskee.
Have to warm.
Paskallahan tuota vois käydä.
Wait, what?
Lukenut jo liian monesti. Heti saunan lämmitykseen ennen kuin aurinko laskee.
Find axe.
Mihinkähän sen kirveen tuuppasin?
Where is my axe? Yes.
Metriä sekunnissa. Päivällä.
Kirves!
I don't see the axe in the wood storage, which is really where you'd think it is. Demo version.
Kirves!
You can't go any more that way. Well, I don't know where the axe is. There it is. Okay, chop wood.
Joku sen pöllin kun hakkaa saunapuiksi. Liian kiireellä. Parempi tähdätä hetkiä kerralla, perkele. Liian kiireellä. Parempi tähdätä hetkiä kerralla, perkele. Kerralla, perkele.
Take wood to the sauna.
Sitten saunalle.
Okay.
Vettä pitää kantaa ennen kuin tästä saunaa alkaa.
Got to carry water before warming.
Missähän se ämpäri nyt oli? Se pitää lähteä vettä nostamaan tuolta laiturin nokasta. Ja laiturin nokkaa vettä nostelemaan.
This is strange.
Vielä toinen ämpärillinen tuonne varmaan mahtuneen.
Huh.
No niin, nyt on vettä. Se olikin siinä. Tästä tulee ihan tarpeeksi kuumaa kylpyvettä.
Add wood to furnace. Where is the furnace? Oh, this is the furnace.
Hyvä kun tsekkasin, pitääpä tyhjät. Missä se tuhkaämpäri taas olikaan? Pihallapa pihalla.
The ash bucket is in the yard.
Pökköä pesää.
Wood to the furnace. Find matches.
Tulitikut. Mitähän nekin?
Well, damn it, where are we gonna find matches?
Pimiähän tuo tulleempi.
There they are. Easy.
Pelti jäi kiinni. Mä lähden livohkaa, ei saatana. Nyt vitturi. Mitä perkelettä? Täällä on ruumiit.
What is this? Okay. I don't know what to say about that. Praise Salvation CD-ROM. That was pretty interesting, I guess. Let's see. Erasure. Working alone at night, only the hum of dozens of deep simulation pods to keep you some company. Something is waiting for you. Photosensitivity warning. Some people may find certain visual elements in this game overwhelming. Mouse equals rotate. Left click equals grab. Right click is release. Align vectors. How do I do that? I don't know. You haven't taught me how to successfully complete one yet. I mean, I just assumed that it was, you know, put all three on this C, and that'd do it, but... Is it supposed to make a picture of some sort? That seems right, I guess. User detected F8 abusing safety protocol. I can go home in a few more hours. User deceased. I don't know what this is. I'm a little confused. User declined link. Okay. Okay. User restricting access. I don't know how you choose the other option. Disconnect data, but I don't know how you choose the next option in the list. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. It's not space. There's nothing here at any button I push. Maybe it's bugged. I don't know. Maybe scroll. Oh, of course, scroll wheel. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. This is not for me. I can say. Just punch the screen. Yeah, I can't do this. Because again, scroll wheel issues. Unfortunately. I think I've done enough for now. I can see that I've got issues here with trying to do this, unfortunately, and it's affecting a lot of the games because I don't have a working scroll wheel. Some of the games we played were cool. But yeah. It's not quite what I expected it to be. There are still some games on there that we haven't done. Maybe we'll come back to that sometime. I'm not sure. Let's see. We've definitely done the Sauna one. I don't think so. There's nothing in these that's got like rebinding. They're just demos. I don't even think some of them like support controller even. I'm not sure how many we managed to do in the end. Maybe 4 or 5. We did until Biglight. I didn't really understand that. We did the Sauna one. Did we do a Place Forbidden, I think? Yeah. This was just something I wanted to try and kind of like experiment with, see if it was any good. And it is, but I need a working scroll wheel for this. And that's kind of what I get from it. Pretty much all of these. I mean, it makes sense, right? Haunted PS1 demo disc. It makes sense that it would probably be better with a controller or at least, you know, a working scroll wheel. Yeah. Maybe we'll check out some of the other demos sometime. There is demo discs from 2021 and 2022 as well. And I think they've kind of iterated on it each year to make it better and more user-friendly than perhaps this one is. Some of them, though, I just don't understand. I just do not understand some of them. I got my controller plugged in. I'm gonna see what works with it. Fatum Betula, water and ancient plants. Let's try this one. This game contains flashing lights and images that may cause discomfort and potentially trigger seizures for those with photosensitive epilepsy. Oh, yeah, no controller support here at all. I'd like to see that intro again. Oh, okay. Controls. Walk, run, inventory, use. Everything seems okay here. Well, if this isn't very Backrooms-esque. Some say the air itself has a face. It's true. A child once bore witness to its piercing eyes. Wrecked with grief, she travelled to the end of a narrow stone path atop a river and pleaded the cold to show itself. The sight of nothing stole her gaze, and yet she waited still. A horrible row of teeth soon reflected her image, and she was gone. The wind stole her not with change, but with truth. Ah! Hello? Oh, jeez. Twitch gonna reconnect? Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah. I don't know why this has started to happen with Twitch, where randomly I'll get disconnected. It happened a couple of weeks ago as well. I'm not sure. Yeah, it said reconnection successful. My internet didn't go out. That was something on Twitch's end. It just disconnected me for some reason. I don't know. Oh well. It says it's ended, but you could hear me from beyond. Okay. Yeah, there's some strange things going on today. I think I'm about done for now. That just, I don't know. That was cool, I guess. There was some cool demos to it. I'd try it again maybe sometime. Maybe pick one of the demos at some point from it, rather than kind of just do them all back to back. It was the disc. Stream is now haunted. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Some of them were pretty fun. Some of them were pretty bugged though. It felt like, and were very rough around the edge. I mean, that's what you're gonna get, right? It's a demo disc. Many of these games didn't even go much further than that. They were put together in a short period of time, so you kind of get what you get with it. But that's okay. That's okay. I definitely check out the other ones. Haunted PS1 Demo Disc 2021. Yeah. I think with each year that's gone by, they've kind of like polished them up more. And there is some really interesting ones, it looks like, on the 2021 demo disc. There's like shooters and platformers. There's even one that's like looks like Mario 64, but like a horror version of it where you have to collect stars and stuff. I don't know, that seems really cool. So I'd definitely be interested in that. And then they did one for 2022. I don't think they've done 2023, though. I don't think there is one this year. Haunted Demo Disc, Spectral Mall. February 14th, 2023. I guess it's called Spectral Mall this year. Haunted PS1. Creator of. View creator page. Itch client. Apparently, there's a launcher for it now, or something like that. And the launcher enables updates. for some of these things to be deployed. Both the launcher and several demos have been receiving periodic updates. The easiest way for these to receive these is to download the disk via the itch client for automatic updates. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah. They also do Haunted PS1 Mad Vent, which is demos for Christmas. Horror demos for Christmas. They did Mad Vent Calendar 3. Demo Disc Spectral Mall. And a couple of other things too. Haunted PS1. Community for Low Game Devs. Eek 3 2023 Indie Games. Yeah, I'd be interested in trying more of this at some point. Demo Disc 2021. That has more on it. That has 25 demos. There's also a manual booklet that comes with it. Oh, Chasing Static is in the demo disc for 2021. We played that last year. Yeah. Like, we played the full game of that. But I guess, yeah, if there is one for 2023, it's called something else. Spectral Mall is what it's called. I probably need to get the itch launcher because they're pushing updates to some of these things through the itch.io launcher rather than just posting files here. So I might look into that. I probably should get it anyway, just for a thing to have. itch.io app. I have an account with itch.io, I'm pretty sure. Browse games offline. Yeah, I'll probably grab this when I get a spare moment. What were your thoughts on some of those demos, Fit? Let's see. I didn't play as much as I perhaps would have liked. Maybe, like I say, maybe we'll check this out some other time. Maybe if there's been patches released for it that I'm unaware of. And I need a working mouse wheel. There's that. I do need to get that for this. Yeah, I got those vibes, yeah. I don't remember all the ones that we did play. I'd have to review the VOD again. I think we've done maybe 4 or 5. I think it's great that this is free. You know, a lot of them are quite short. I haven't played any of the longer ones, I don't think. I'd be interested to see if some of these have different endings. Like the Until Biglight feels like it had potentially multiple endings to it. What I'll probably have to do is maybe make a list and which ones we've done and then which ones we haven't, and you know, get the launcher installed and run it through that. Might work out better. Some of these Unity games, this isn't just the Haunted PS1 demo disc. I had this problem with Beast Inside earlier this month as well, is that they don't always play nice with my capture stuff because of how they handle the mouse. So what ends up happening, this is sort of like a temporary fix I'm running right now. It is partially my fault, but if I go onto my desktop here, what you can't see, really, I mean, you kind of can, is this here is an OBS preview. I have OBS running on my gaming computer, and I generate a full screen preview that I put on a fake monitor, basically, which is this one. You can see how my mouse here, if I go to the edge, then it suddenly comes across again. What happens is I have this Unity game, and the way that the mouse works is that it doesn't keep the mouse locked into the game itself. If I hit scroll, I can't go right. If I go right here, this takes me onto my other PC. This takes me onto the streaming PC. But it doesn't keep it locked in on the left here. And what that can cause is it can cause me to go here, and I'm trying to press buttons, and I end up on this menu and closing the preview. That's why I have issues with it. What I'm kind of supposed to have is I'm supposed to just have the one monitor that I can see, and the capture card mirroring the monitor. The reason I don't do that is if I mirror the monitor, the maximum frame rate is the lowest that you have, and my capture card will only do 60. It will not do 144. That's why I've had to set things up this way. It does cause other issues. It causes issues with VSync sometimes, and, you know, stuff like that. I would like to get a capture card that can support a higher refresh rate, and they do exist. The problem I have with them is if I was to buy one, generally the color that you're going to get is worse than what the Magewell provides. I can't afford a Magewell Pro Capture 4K, which is what I would need for capturing higher frame rates. Because that's like £900 for that. As far as I'm aware, the cheapest one that exists that does full RGB and high refresh rate is the Ava Media Live Gamer 4K, I think. I think that's the most affordable one. Ava Media Live Gamer 4K. Yeah, that's retailing right now at about $150. Capturing 4K HDR content all the way up to 240 FPS. Yeah, that's 150, which is obviously substantially cheaper than anything else. And I could fit this in the computer. Yeah, it can do 1080p at 240, 1440p at 144. And it can do 4K 60 at HDR. Pairs well with PS5, Xbox Series X and S. Live Gamer HD pairs well with dual PC. That's the other thing with this, is whether or not it would work well with the PC capture. People using it with the OSSC. That's for like retro gaming and stuff. So I'd need something like this, basically, if I was going to do anything like that, to solve that issue. Yeah. And I don't have the resources for that. But as far as 4K captures go and high refresh rate captures, this is basically my only option. I don't really want to go down this road for right now. Talking about software and equipment. I'm about out of time for today, to be honest, so I think I'm just going to call it here for now. We might look into that demo disc again sometime to check out some of the other demos. We shall see. I'm not sure quite yet what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'll have a think on it. Before I commit one way or another. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed a couple of those demos. That was fun. And I will be back tomorrow with more SpookADay, alright? Thanks for watching. Take care.